Hey, it's Deuce and Mo. One of Morgan's favorite things to do is to go back and watch some film.
Well, yeah, actually, that's true.
Morgan, I have a good topic today for us.
What's our topic?
Well, if the Kings are going to take a step defensively, they were 24th in defensive rating last year, and all the pundits who are suggesting the Kings may dip this year are saying, their defense isn't good enough. They didn't do anything to get better. Okay. But can they have any internal growth, right? We're talking about continuity, sure, but I think it starts on the perimeter, and it starts with DeAaron Fox. So today, we're going to take a dive into DeAaron Fox's defense the preseason.
Individual growth, too.
Yeah, because you can actually get better internally, too, right?
Funny how that works.
Well, let's take a look. We said
Yeah.
You ready to
Ready
go?
to go.
Okay. This is something I think DeAaron has shown the last couple of years, but it's a great sign. It's just dealing with mismatches. And in this video that we're doing today, you're going to see a couple of matchups where he's just defending a bigger guy. This possession's on Scotty Barnes, and Scotty scores on this. But what do you like about what Fox does here?
I mean, he's using his body. He's trying to stay physical. And look, even toward the end, he's contesting it and making life a little bit more difficult for him all the way to the basket, even though it results in the 2 for the Toronto Raptors.
And he can take that initial blow right there. And he doesn't get knocked off, right? Like, he is literally staying with them. And Scotty with a nice, strong move there to finish that basket.
Mismatch.
This next one is, again, a matchup with Scotty Barnes. So how does he handle it this time?
Let's see, instead of letting him back down, active hands, disrupting, forcing Scotty Barnes to pass it out. And Davion Mitchell did a good job, too,
Yes,
of coming
he did.
over and helping, letting him know his presence is there. But look how much further DeAaron Fox kept him out of the key that time.
The active hands is something you're going to notice a lot in this video, is DeAaron just being a pest out there and playing physical. This next play is something we've seen a lot from DeAaron over the years, and this is the effort you're going to have to make, especially in transition. Kings turnover. Well, DeAaron's going to go back there and at least contest it.
Yeah, and obviously it ended up being a foul, gets him on the arm, but I appreciate him not making it easy for anyone. He's putting in the effort, sprinting back. Doesn't matter that it's preseason. I think that's what made me excited about this when we talked about it the first night, is that it's a preseason game and he's making sure that no one's getting an easy 2.
Yeah, we've seen him have that chase down block many times in the past.
And I believe the free throws were missed as well.
This next one is DeAaron out in the perimeter, and I love the activity here. Look at this, Morgan.
Oh my God. It's such a quick second and for you to
Yeah, but I'm going to slow it down. I'm slowing it down now.
It's
Stay in front of your man. This is as basic as it gets with
That's
defense,
so
Morgan.
basic.
Yeah, can you I don't know if
I'm
you've watched
dead.
Kings basketball the last 17
dead.
years. They don't stay in front of their man.
This is so great.
Okay.
I love seeing this play makes me that excited, because it's just someone fundamentally moving laterally with their player dribbling the ball. But yes, Deuce, he did his job.
Can I say something to you real fast?
Yes.
Go yourself. All right, let's check out this next play. Morgan, Mike Brown really wants his team to run guys off the line. I thought DeAaron did a great job on this play with OG.
Look at that, chopping the feet and the closeout. But on top of that, stays with him, roll it back. Love it. Good closeout, stays with him, active hands.
Got
and
a deflection.
Gets the deflection, but then going here on the back door, I think that's Harrison Barnes down there. Yeah, great job by Harrison Barnes, really making sure to break that up too, saving DeAaron Fox from any backdoor cut.
That's just great effort by DeAaron Fox. Again, another big dude in OG who puts the ball on the floor, trying to get him with a little jab step, moves well without the ball, but DeAaron stays right with him, and that's one area where I think DeAaron can really shine is he's got great speed to recover.
It's just like a defensive drill. When someone jab steps on you, they get you to roll back, and look at his effort to come back up on him. Love it.
We now go to the Kings matchup with the Lakers in the preseason, that second preseason game. And this play is just pick and roll situation. And again, I thought Fox did a great job staying attached to D'Lo here.
Yeah, he takes a little bump right here, small screen. Domas Sabonis did a good job of also slowing down D'Lo, being there and help. Boom, I love that hedge from Sabonis right there. But DeAaron Fox staying on D'Lo, making sure that they're not getting into anything too early, trying to run out the shot clock.
The Kings were dead last in pick and roll defense last year. That has to start with DeAaron staying attached to his guy if it's going to get better. Here's another mismatch. He's switched out onto Rui. And this activity is just great. Get up in them. Get in there with your chest. Rui had to create space by hitting Fox in the face there. No call, but I thought this was nice defense from Fox. What do you think?
Let's see that again. So DeAaron, yep, just chest to chest going into him. Love it. That's the toughest part for some guys too. Well, not only because sometimes you're going to take, a hit to the face when you do something like that, but when you are just on them like that, someone can usually just blow by you, right? Like they have the ability to just find that space, get by you. But DeAaron Fox does a fantastic job of being able to move side to side with somebody, but gets hit in the face right there.
Again, this is DeAaron Fox, pick and roll defense, staying attached to his man.
Yeah, he takes the screen and still finds a way to not have to trail behind too much here. Gets in front of him, cuts him off so he doesn't have that easy right lane to the basket. And look, forces him to have to pass it back out.
We go to the Kings' third preseason game against the Warriors. We talked about Fox's ability to deal with mismatches. Here he gets switched out onto Andrew Wiggins. Tell me what you think about this, Morgan.
Just active hands. I mean, I feel like that's been the theme of a lot of these plays that we're talking about with him, because he's not even sitting in a defensive stance here. He's just getting up into him again with that activity. And I appreciate that aggressive nature, because for some, that's a gamble, right? If you can't recover when you get up in a guy because he's going to blow by you, coach is not going to be happy. But DeAaron has the ability to catch up if for some reason Andrew Wiggins was about to try and just swipe through and go. He could sit in a stance right away as well. Love that he's up in him.
All right, this next one is another mismatch. Kuminga posts him up.
Yeah, and look at Kuminga not able to get into the paint. DeAaron Fox holding his ground right there and swipes at the ball again, even when Kuminga's looking at the cutter, going through, swipes it. He wasn't even trying to get the cutter, who was Clay. It was just DeAaron Fox doing a great job of swiping down on the ball and knocking it out of his hands.
Dude, he looks so much stronger right now.
I mean, he is.
And this might be my favorite Fox play of the preseason. Here he is, matched up against the rookie Brandon Pajemski from the Warriors, and this is just nasty.
All right, sits down in a stance. You got Looney trying to get a screen. Oh my goodness, I love that. When you have the ability to shadow the basketball, just even when someone is in a triple threat position or whatever, but then watch how he shadows it as he's going down the lane, and he goes, I'm just going to come down on that and try to get a jump ball out of this. Instead, I'm glad that the refs didn't call a jump ball and that it ended up being Pajemski trying to throw it up. Kings go the other way.
So a lot of good stuff we just watched in the preseason. The other day at practice, we had a chance to catch up with DeAaron, and we asked him if he feels like he's made strides defensively.
Just being able to blow up DHOs and getting over ball screens, just really emphasizing that. That's a lot of these guards in the league. Obviously, you just want to try to make them as uncomfortable as possible. Obviously, you're not going to lock guys up every single game. Some games, guys might go for 40. That's just the way that the league is, and that's how good guys are. But you're just trying to make it as tough as possible and just make it to where they're running their offense out just a little bit further away than where they want to run it. And I think that's a win for defense.
But what about his head coach?
What about his head coach?
Mike Brown, since he got the job, was like, I know Fox can be a better defensive player, and we're going to have to make him a better defensive player. He's got it in him. He's got to do it. Well, we asked Mike Brown about his progress.
What have you seen from Fox defensively in this preseason? Have you seen any growth? What's jumped out to you?
He's been dynamite. He was one of the culprits, though, that reached a couple of times when he didn't need to. And it's one of those things, if you're going to do it, I'm okay with it as long as you get it, and you don't send him to the free throw line. But he's been dynamite. And the level of consistency on that end of the floor for him doing the stuff, doing what we're trying to preach the right way, the dude can't get screened if he don't want to. I mean, he's that good. And now you couple that with the way he can be defensively, and you add that with his development offensively, man, and he's still got room to grow on both ends, but he's been really good, as you can see. I'm excited about his growth, but more so the consistency of playing at that level defensively.
Okay, so a lot of high praise there from Mike Brown about DeAaron Fox's defense. If he can carry that into the regular season, I think it could make a huge difference in the Kings season. I think all that jump that they want to take, can happen if he can keep it up. I think the one concern I would have is there's so much pressure on him offensively to play with the pace, and he's going to get a lot of contact on offense too, right? He's going to get beat up a little bit. Can he keep that same defensive intensity on a consistent basis?
It's just a different type of conditioning that he is learning that he needs. And you're seeing that he is up for the test or up for the challenge when it is thrown at him. He's like, okay, well, this is how I need to take my game to the next level. And what I appreciate about him also taking his game, his defense to the next level, you're seeing it from other defenders, from other players on this squad that go, okay, if he's going to do that, I got to help him out. I got to do that too.
So can DeAaron's defense help the Kings take a huge step defensively this year? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Appreciate you guys.